Are fragile.
It's the largest annual gathering of women's rights anywhere in the world. But the impact of COVID-19, which has so far infected nearly 90,000 people, killing more than 3,000 globally, is causing disruptions with far-reaching consequences, even in places where the outbreak is limited. The recommendation from the Secretary-General speaks to the need to balance the UN's critical work with public health concerns, arguing for a scaled-down meeting with limited participation, which he argues will allow for the Commission to adopt decisions and implement its mandate. But in a meeting of member states, South Africa argued strongly for a complete postponement, because in their view, a watered-down, scaled-back event with limited representation, particularly from NGOs, would undermine the importance of the women's rights movement.
Our plea.
Pretoria's envoy believes a scaled-down event would not do CSW any justice.
We need to look at the risks as the UN. Short-term, long-term risks as the UN. And then say to ourselves, are we in position as a UN to deal with extreme situation where members come here and get infection and then go back? Do we have that capacity as the United Nations to follow through post-CSW? Because, Chair, you may be creating a long-term problem which you could have avoided.
But the Chair says options to postpone are limited, if impossible.
The difficulties related to postponement are such that we cannot guarantee the situation as it is being evolved now with the situation of COVID-19. Also, the UN calendar does not allow us to fit the session into any time foreseeable future for this year activities. So by scaling down the session, we also want to make sure that we have enough space for meaningful general discussion.
The debate coming at a time when the United States has confirmed 88 cases, including 2 deaths in Washington state on the West Coast, with the first confirmed case in New York City, the most populous city in the country and the home of the United Nations.
These are extraordinary circumstances. Let's postpone this CSW until all the women can gather and review together with us what lies ahead.
With markets in the Big Apple opening in the green, appearing to take a breather after last week's 12% plunge, with the official word out of Washington that the risk still remains low nationwide.
It's really important that the risk at this time is low. The American public needs to go on with their normal lives, okay? We're continuing to aggressively investigate these new community links. We're going to continue to be transparent in relating that to the American public. But at this stage, again, the risk is low. We need to go on with our normal lives.
Hotspots for the virus continue to be China, with major outbreaks also in Italy, Iran, South Korea and Japan. Sherwin Bryce-Pease, SABC News, New York.